Hey guys, welcome back. Drip and Farm for Poverty. I'm your host, Drip Coach, dropping knowledge bombs on all Forex Shark related projects. And in today's video, we are giving you an update on the drip, drop, draw announcements that we've gotten from not only Forex from the latest AMA, but also Ray in his degens cipher over the weekend always shares the updates on that. So I'll be dissecting the bits and pieces that he had in his AMA so you don't have to. And I got the timestamps and everything. So we're going to get it straight from the horse's mouth, both from Forex and Ray, and then tell you what that means. So in this video, it's the end stages of development for drip, drop, draw, also the white paper announcement. The drip UI has actually been seen, I guess, and also the new update for jackpot prizes every 4 hours, and that there will be 6 winners basically every 4 hours. So first, let's listen to Ray talk about the development stages of drip, drop, draw.
In drip, drop, draw. So drip, drop, draw. What we needed the past couple of days, which we did get a meeting for, was a way. What was it? You know, there was one thing that Forex needed to make sure that he spoke to the developer about, and then after that was established, we're independent now. So we're already at end stages of development. Plus, we're already at the white paper stage. So we already got early white paper concepts, and we're also making I believe what we're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have that one as well. And keep in mind, we also have our own independent UI, right? Let me make sure. Yeah. So we have our own independent UI. I can't show you everything because it's not done yet, but understand that, you know, it's there, right? So we also have our own independent UI, but, you know, we want to make sure that, you know, we're integrated into the new drip UI, because having it in the new drip UI is going to make sure that everybody in the community knows about drip, drop, draw. You would be surprised. So that's a very important thing, right? So very excited about this. So we're already at the end stages of development. And then what we got to do is run projections. So that's going to be quick though. So it's like a script that it takes the percentages and all that shit we got. It goes into the contract and it does it like 1,000 different times at 1,000 different amounts, and does thousands of scenarios to make sure that there's nothing broken. And then once that's through, we Gucci, baby. We Gucci, baby. So we're already good. And I feel like as far as developments coming on the drip UI, because that's what's really, you know, what we want ready. That is literally around the corner. So as far as a March date, you know what I'm saying, a hard date, we're going to get that. I'm very confident in that. I know you guys are like, you know, blah, 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 but I'm very confident in that. So
there you have it. So he's confident in a hard March date. The UI, he said, is done and it's independent. Obviously, they're still waiting on Forex to release and announce it. He does go into some other stuff in here about if there is some opportunity to host some sort of contest or alpha leaks in the testnet. So he'll have it live on the testnet so that people can actually play with it and use it and kind of use that as marketing if indeed the UI has some issues or it's not released early enough or whatever. He didn't exactly say if that would be possible, but he was talking about it in real time and said that that would be an idea he could look into or would be looking into. So from the drip, drop, draw side, everything should be good. But he also says that the UI should be done. So he doubled down here and said that it will be done. And then at this point in the video, he also mentions that he's seen the UI. Now, he didn't say if it was the actual video, I'm sorry, like the real interaction, or if it was just more images like we'd seen almost a year ago. But he does talk about seeing it and what it looks like. So let's listen at that.
With the drip UI, this is something that we're also aiming for March. So
you have to understand, guys, drip UI in March. I saw it looks dope. It has a landing page, and then it's gonna have like, you know, blah 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 blah, feedback and all this other stuff. This is gonna have this right here. So it's similar. It's gonna be set up similar to how this landing page is. And then, you know, you go into drip, and then there's like, you know, different tabs and all of that. But they're still working on it. So Forex is setting that up for March. Also, don't forget, we got our own. We got our own UI. This is gonna be working in a couple of days after we're done doing what we got to do. So no matter what, drip, drop, draw is coming, and March is where it's coming. And we are already dedicating and putting in our time to make sure that we deliver in a timely fashion. But of course, Forex is the one who has to put the hard date. And we understand that having the drip UI is essential for maximum success of drip, drop, draw, because we don't want to just have drip, drop, draw launch on this UI and then have to send people to the other UI. And then even if we launch drip, drop, draw on this UI, it's going to be confusing for drippers, trust me, because there's still drippers right now that don't know about drip, drop, draw. But if you put it on the main new UI and have it right there, drip, drop, draw, everybody's going to ape. So it's essential for us to have drip, drop, draw integrated into the new UI. And Forex said March for the new UI, baby. You know what I'm saying? So we'll have a hard date in March or sooner. I mean, where we at, the 25th? So we'll have a hard date in March. But then we're also going to be able to lock that in, and everything will be complete in a timely fashion. And whatever date that Forex gives, that was the first thing that I went to the meeting with when we first started talking about it. When we were trying to wrap things up, I said, Forex, when we give a hard date, we got to deliver on that date, and we're going to deliver on our part of what we got going on. So we got to make sure that the UI team is on point and everybody else is on point. We could even have one of our guys support them if necessary. So we going hard with that. But understand, Forex understands how to roll things out. Forex understands how things got to go. So we got to follow protocol no matter what. But either way, I'm confident that drip drop draw drops in March and that we get a hard date, and we're going to stick to that hard date, baby. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so there you have it. So yeah, like I said in my other videos, I hope this time it will be different. I've been let down and disappointed before, but hopefully, yeah, now with the teams he has, now with this being a community project, with Forex growing as a manager and stuff like that, hopefully we can hit this. Yeah, I really truly do hope we do actually hit this. So I'm not speculating, but as I told you guys, just be prepared just in case. But again, hopefully we won't need that. All right, we're gonna go over to drip strategy and listen to Forex break down the new 4-hour option that was created. So before, it was supposed to be like a daily drawing, and then he explains why it's better this way and goes over the multiple different tiers that will be available.
So it will pick a random deposit and the largest deposit of the day to give a jackpot to. Sorry, not of the day. Sorry, not of the day, actually. Of the round, I should say. And pay out a jackpot to both a random user and the largest of the day will get a jackpot. And then there's 5 lower tier prizes that will get distributed. And we're doing it every 4 hours. And the reason why we're doing it every 4 hours rather than, say, every day, once a week, is because it maintains all of the incentive to be the highest depositor of that round without creating the same kind of negative effect that you get when everybody's expecting a major pump at one time during the day, and it starts to get manipulated where people just buy before that major pump and buy after and try to bot it to be the largest one, and then you have that rush at the end. Now you want that rush of buys coming in, even if they're bots, because at the end of the day they're buying and they're staking. So use bots all you want to buy and stake. You're helping the ecosystem and you're investing into the ecosystem. So that's fine, but you want the average person who is just an investor in drip to be able to win as well. And you do that by, one, choosing a random person. That way it's not always just the largest, and having multiple tiers, and doing it multiple times a day. So when you do it multiple times a day, it adds a level of stability to it. So you don't just have that high volatile spike once a day that then gets dumped into. And instead, you just have a steady increase in volume coming in. So that's something which will act as a layer 2 option for staking in the Faucet. So when you want to stake in the Faucet, you can stake in the Faucet and do it the normal way that you've been doing it. Or you can decide to do through this layer. If you do, you're going to pay a little bit higher of a tax, but you have a chance of winning a much greater stake. So,
all right, so there you have it. So approximately 6 people every 4 hours. So a random person, so that means anybody can win. If you're participating, you could put in $1 and you could be that lucky winner, as well as the largest depositor. So that's mainly for, I'm not gonna say mainly for the whales, but that's for people that are gonna be tapped in and trying to snipe the contract with the biggest deposit. And then of those 5 lower tiers, one of those will be the largest sacrifice. So Ray goes into more detail. I already played that clip before, but he mentions it again on here, that this is the incentive that we need to get that liquid drip locked up. So every 4 hours, someone could be looking at that contract going, okay, the largest sacrifice so far at 3 hours and 55 minutes is 1,000 drip. I'm going to go in with 2001, whatever the case may be. And then maybe right at that 1 minute mark, I'm not sure how the countdown will work, somebody else comes in with 3001, whatever. So that, remember, that drip is being sacrificed. So that's going straight to the vault. So, and every 4 hours. And as he also mentions in here, that means in the times when there's lower volatility, less people in the market, i.e. like where I live during this time frame, when the US is asleep, because the bulk of drippers are US, the bulk of crypto investors are US, but that gives an opportunity to people in other parts of the world, or people who are really trying to snipe, wake up in the middle of the night, set an alarm and try to snipe that jackpot. So that is cool to see, and a nice new game theory twist on that. And I do think this definitely, as I told you guys, has the solution we need until the long term borrow and lending is implemented, and the games, and then the bull run. So Drip, as I mentioned before, is definitely a bull run platform due to the way that it pays out in an inflationary way. It is not meant to perform well in a bear market, but with this layer 2, it definitely adds more stability to this contract in the bear market, and then can also find a price floor. So what we've seen is that inflation kicking us in the ass from the bull run, and nothing was in place to stave that off unless you sold it and went over to the animal farm. So definitely this is a much needed solution, and I think it can add a much longer runway to Drip. All right, last but not least, Ray talks about an update they made. Before, it used to be locking the price of the Drip token at whatever time when the contract started for that day, but now they're using TWAP, and we'll go into the time weighted average price definition, but just first want you to hear what Ray is mentioning in this clip.
So now this is something, guys, initially we had it set up where you buy in and then you lock the price. So let's say if you bought in Drip at 50 cents at 1 o'clock, and then 3 o'clock comes and the price is higher in Drip, then you would still pay the 50-cent price or whatever it is, right? Now it's when you ape into Drip Drop Draw, you aping right directly into the price of whatever Drip is at that time. So updated TWAP, time weighted average percent, I think that's what it is, allows drippers to buy into DDD at current Drip price, allowing for a SAFU experience. So the way that we updated this, and this is what we needed to finish this week, that just.
All right, so the TWAP is time weighted average price, a way to calculate an asset's average price over time. This method weights each transaction by the amount of time elapsed since the previous transaction. TWAPs are often used by traders who want to execute large orders without moving the market too much, buying or selling an asset. So definitely for something volatile like this, Tomb Forks use that as well. So as asset price is going up and down, I'm guessing this will create, as he mentioned, a way for you to buy in at that price, but also it's time weighted. So in that 4-hour window, you'll have a much more sticky price that you can utilize, because remember, you're buying in, but there are also people selling at the same time, and there are also people being awarded that jackpot. So say you buy in at 50, and then the price increases before the payout goes, and the price is at 60, and they're paying out the jackpot prize. Well, now it's paying out the jackpot Drip tokens based at that 60-cent price, and the same in reverse. So there has to be some kind of average to make this fit, and that might have been part of the game theory that Forex added for that 4-hour aspect, because now it's going to be a much less volatile window, and more sticky Drip price. So anyway, that is the updates for Triple D. I think that's all we actually have. So hopefully, I don't think they have any more coming. I think they've released all of the updates. There was this message from Josh that Cryptovonics forwarded. Said, boom, from the horse's mouth, Forex just confirmed that Triple D, or D cubed, will launch in early March with the Drip UI. It's all happening. So again, fingers crossed that this actually is indeed happening in real time, and we will see this early March. So early March for me would be anything before the 3rd week of March, but I don't know what early March means for everybody else, so we'll see. One last thing, for those of you that stuck around and you're not in my Telegram but you watch my video, I dropped some alpha in here. So it said, some alpha for the group. I had a meeting with the Spritz team. They're looking into a way to implement a community buyback and sacrifice for Drip based on monthly volume. This has a huge potential use case and wouldn't require any Drip to be sold by community members, nor would you need to actually sell any of your other crypto holdings to participate. This is the path to true utility innovation that I want to spearhead. No gambling, no Ponzi-nomics, and no risk. If you saw my old video, I already mentioned that. I had that on my channel. I talked with them again, and they are definitely interested in this, because I explained how this can be used not just for the Drip community, but leverage other communities. And essentially, as I mentioned to you guys on the channel, it's all about just getting unbanked. So Spritz wins if more people are spending money on their platform. And what I told them is that I have people right now on my team that have used my referral, but they haven't sent the $50 over to get that referral reward for me and for them. And there's only one logical explanation. We're in a bear market and they don't even have the 50 bucks of crypto to spend. So what's the solution? Well, the solution would be go to your local bank where your current savings and checking is, send that over into crypto in a stable coin so you don't lose it, and then pay your bills from Spritz. Then you get that $50, but also the community as a whole is collecting a larger amount of capital. So you may only send over $1,000, but there's 30,000 people in the drip community. So let's do that simple math. I know not everybody will use Spritz. I know blah, 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 but just look at these numbers. So that's $1,000 times 30,000. That's $30 million a month. This is a month that Spritz could be utilizing. Now, what does that cost you? Well, Spritz charges approximately 0.15% on your transaction. So it's going to cost you $15. So the community collectively, each person would end up spending $15 if they spent that 1,000. But out of that 30 million, Spritz can now offer a 2% buyback on the drip token per month. Tell me that's not insane. They could be dumping $600,000 a month into the drip token on the native DEX. And that's at these numbers that I just made up. And that's just the drip community. And I don't know how many people there are, but this incentivizes real utility. Again, there's no, yes, you'll pay a $15 fee, but I guarantee anybody be willing to pay that fee if we can pump the drip price 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x, and have sustainable price action due to people making everyday transactions. Like, you got to pay your bills every month. You got a mortgage, you got a rent, you got electric, you got whatever, right? And the average person in the US spends more than $1,000 on all these bills. So even if we don't have 30,000 people in the US that are going to use Spritz, there are some people that have $5,000 bills, $10,000 bills, whatever the case may be. So you can see it's very, very easy to collect a large amount of money coming into Spritz. So anyway, the point I'm making is that this is the stuff I'm trying to spearhead. I want to bring true utility into the DeFi space, into specifically the drip community. And I don't get anything for this. There's no kickback. They're not giving me any extra money, nothing. This is me just giving them ideas and saying, look, I'll do my part to tell the community, to rally them behind it, share this with other content creators. And then you guys can test this with us. And then you can take this template that I'm giving you and go roll it out to the Shiba Inu community, the Dogecoin community, the Bored Ape Yacht Club, whoever. Spritz has this ability now to tap into other communities, and they just rake in the dough. That is insane. So hopefully. Well, actually, they said they're interested, and they will look into how to roll this out. It just won't happen in this week because they got other stuff to do. But keep your eyes and ears peeled, because I'll probably be able to debut this on my channel as kind of a special feature beta kind of thing. So we'll see how it goes. So keep your eyes and ears peeled. I haven't forgotten about Spritz. I haven't forgotten about the community. Still building and still working on Change 360. So this is the stuff that I'm trying to do to put in my brick, as Ray would say, but also to help the people that I got in that followed my content a year ago and may be wrecked because of the advice or non-financial advice I gave just following my journey. And I feel it's my obligation to try to see that rectified in some kind of way. I know I don't have direct impact on the price by buying it, but I can use my ideas and collaboration over competition ideology to do what I can. So that's kind of the stuff I'm working on. All right, that is it for this video. Hope you found it useful. Hope you stuck around and got that alpha. If you didn't, oh well. But if you did and you're still here, you know the drill. Smash that brother out, like, subscribe, comment down below, and until next time, lift daily and achieve your impossible. See ya. Want to pay your in real life bills with crypto? How about send crypto directly to anyone with a bank account? Spritz Finance is a decentralized solution to be your own bank and connect your crypto earnings to real world bills and payments. They do not take custody of your assets and allow support on multiple blockchains and Web3 wallets. Sign up below using my referral link and you will get $50 back when you make your first $50 bill payment with crypto. Additionally, I will be using referral bonuses to airdrop, donate, or burn based on community feedback. Sign up now